In today's Polkadot Eco update, we've got some news with regards to Kusama Network's Parachain Auctions because we are getting closer and closer as each day passes by. So what do we have? Well, as we can see here on Twitter, Donny Big Bags, who's actually working with Kusama. Actually, if you go to his Twitter page, you can see that he's the CEO of Kusama Capital. Okay, Kusama Capital with a K. Okay. Now, what is he saying? Well, he tweeted that Gav of York, which is Gavin Wood, has just posted this on GitHub. It looks like a roadmap to-do list for the Parachain Auctions. Statemint will be the first parachain on Kusama Network where USDT will be minted. After Statemint, the auctions start. So we're getting closer and closer. It does seem like it's going to be sometime in May by the looks of it. Just because I've actually posted a poll on my Twitter page and the majority of you have voted that you think that the Parachain Auctions are going to launch in May, so it seems like you may be right. So let's talk about Statemint and let's talk about this issue that he's basically talking about here. So we can see here this was opened 7 days ago. Okay, it's a tracking issue for the Kusama Parachain Auctions launch. We can see that they're deploying the shell chain, which is in relation to testing the Kusama relay, also integrating the Parachain auction and Parachain logic, integrating XCM logic, XCM based withdrawal, teleport, extrinsic, etc. Teleport tokens from relay, prepare the release, get the validators updated, and upgrade runtime. And this is going to be done in 3 different phases. So we've got phase 1, which is to deploy that shell chain. Phase 2, which is to upgrade to Statemint, which is going to be a common good parachain, which is going to supply the stable token on Kusama. And then it's this upgrading is going to basically be in different parts, as you can see here, finalizing the Statemint parachain, tokens palette, genesis, etc., integrating the runtime option, deploying and testing on Rokoku, teleport rock from relay, teleport rock tokens to and from doppelganger. I'm not sure what they're referring to here. And then begin the auctions, which is the 3rd phase. So this is the one that you're interested in, and this is the one that I'm interested in, right? So this is what we're going to see hopefully some point in May. Also deploying the logic in the Kusama relay and activating the auction, which is going to be the last step here in the 3rd phase. Now let's talk about the Statemint. Okay, so what is Statemint? We're going to take a look at that in a moment, an explainer, because when I first heard of it, I had heard of Statemint before, but I wasn't very clear on what it's about. So I actually found an interesting article which basically describes what Statemint is. But if you go here in Polkadot.js where all the action happens, if you go to the test relays and parachain section, you'll find Statemint here. So if you actually switch to this network and you have a look at it, you're going to see all the different assets that are available, out of which Bitcoin, Akala, Sherpa X, which is the canary network of ChainX, Zainlink, etc. And here for Sherpa X, we can see that we've got the KSX token, which is the one we're really eager to get for holding PCX. Again, you can hold PCX in your wallet, you can stake it, or you can hold it on an exchange. It doesn't matter, but it does depend on which exchange you hold it on. KuCoin have not announced support for this airdrop, so if you hold it on MXC exchange, you will get the airdrop. If you hold it on Hotbit, you will get the airdrop, but you cannot have a sell order active when you're actually when the snapshot takes place. Because when the snapshot takes place, then it's going to be over, right? It basically determines if you're going to get it or you're not going to get it. So yes, make sure you have the tokens or the coins, because PCX is a coin. Make sure you have the coin available in your balance on MXC or Hotbit if you do decide to hold them on the exchange, although I always recommend you to move them over to your wallet. Again, if you don't want to stake because of the 14-day lockup, I can understand that. Some people don't like that and they want to have them available as soon as possible. So yeah, just send them to your wallet. You're holding the keys, you're in charge of the keys, and then with those same keys, you will get access to that Sherpa X wallet. When they announce it, they're going to provide us with a link. Of course, there should be some sort of Medium article in due time. But first, they need to, of course, bond as a parachain successfully. When they do that, then we're going to get that airdrop. So yeah, Web3 Games is here, Bifrost is here, Aurora is here, Darwinia Network Native Token, and Darwinia have tweeted about this as well. We'll talk about that tweet as well in a moment, but let's continue on here and talk about Statemint, right? What is Statemint? So let's find out. So actually we've got this article here from Joe Petrosky. This is from the 9th of March, so it's not too long ago. Statemint, the generic assets chain, proposing a common good parachain to Polkadot governance. So let's talk about this, right? So Polkadot and Kusama's on-chain governance can grant parachain slots by public referendum instead of determining the slot winner via its auction mechanism, which we do know, right? The parachains that are granted slots via governance, known as common good parachains, provide core functionality that would be susceptible to the free rider problem if left to the auction market dynamics. Party Technology plans to develop and propose a generic assets parachain called Statemint as one of the first common good chains. This parachain would provide functionality for deploying assets from tokenized artwork to stable coins and central bank digital currencies in the Polkadot and Kusama networks, and give their users a better experience with lower fees than existing solutions. So we're going to see Statemint on both Kusama and Polkadot, but of course it's on Kusama first because that's the one that we're waiting for. So a basic functionality of blockchains is their ability to track ownership of a base layer asset, the native protocol token, but blockchains can track more than just their native protocol token, so it also makes sense to track other assets without launching a new network for each one. So again, do have a read through this because this is quite a long article. There's no point of going through this whole article. I'm actually going to post a link to this article in the description of this video if you want to read more about it. But yeah, this is probably the most important part here, which basically explains to you what Statemint is going to do and how it will allow diverse entities ranging from artists issuing tokens for their work to central banks issuing central bank digital currencies to deploy their assets to the Polkadot network. I think they're also referring to NFTs here, right? That's what they're trying to say. So yes, do have a read through this. It is an interesting article. It is quite long, right? There's quite a read, but have a read through it because you'll then familiarize yourself with what Statemint is to make it more easy to grasp when we get these updates. And now the last thing I want to talk about, again, this is a very short video, by the way. I'm not going to spend too much time today on this. I just wanted to quickly share this with you. Also from Darwinia, we've got the partnership with GameFi platform. Okay, not necessarily a partnership, but more of an integration. So what they're going to do is users can provide liquidity to the swap pools and earn GFX tokens by staking the liquidity pool tokens, and GameFi is going to add Darwinia's native token ring as a playable asset to join the liquidity mining pool. Okay, so I have read through this article. It is interesting because it shows you how you can take part in these liquidity mining pools if you want to generate some tokens, right? So that's good to see. And then we've got some update here, which is in relation to Darwinia's virtual machine. It's live on Darwinia's Canary Network Crab, which is going to be on Kusama. Okay, so if you want to import dApps from Ethereum to Polkadot, just build on Crab. And I think what they're trying to say here is from Ethereum to Kusama, but please quote me on this in the comments below if you think that this is wrong. It's just because Darwinia's Crab network is supposed to be on Kusama, so it makes sense to want to import dApps for Kusama, right? We're not talking about Darwinia themselves here. We're talking about the Canary network. So I am curious to get your thoughts. Did they actually mean Polkadot, or is there some mistake and it should have been Kusama? So yeah, if you want to join, just build on Crab. You can do that. Smart contract support, low gas fees, and cross-chain interoperability, as we well know. So that's great to see. And then probably the latest update that we've got here is in relation to the minting of the tokens on Statemint. Okay, so we had a look at Darwinia there when we looked at Statemint on Polkadot.js, and we can see that they've successfully minted those tokens. So that's good to see. And yeah, we don't have any other updates from Darwinia. We're waiting on more updates with regards to Eco chain, which is Huobi's ecosystem. I'm really eager to get more updates on that. And hopefully we're going to see Katon and Ring on Eco chain offered or listed on exchanges. And if not only on Eco chain, maybe even the substrate version itself, right? I would love to see Katon and Ring as the substrate version for deposits and withdrawals on both MXC, Hotbit, and other exchanges that it's supported on. That would be great, right? Because this would make it easier when you're staking, because right now it is a bit of a nightmare having to swap in and out and paying those high Ethereum fees. But it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It will happen. It's just a matter of time. We have to give them time because we're so close here for these Parachain auctions to finally kick off and go live and generate that huge hype with Polkadot and Kusama once again, and hopefully make us forget about this huge market crash that we've had, or we should probably say pullback, because it is a huge pullback, right? We had a lot of green. So we'll see how things go in the coming days. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.